Hi everybody, Kumbi-M here. You join me in the inside of the Volkswagen T-Cross, and I've been fortunate enough to be spending the past 6 weeks with this steed, something that I have absolutely loved. I've had little to no complaints actually, except the fact that it's got cheap plastics in the cabin. Other than that, I think obviously, and it all comes down to the price of the car. The T-Cross starts from 358,000 Rand. Obviously that's for the standard 1 liter, and I advise that you take that R-Line kit, the one that's on this car. I think it obviously adds to a more visual appeal. It gives it a much more cleaner aesthetic, if I can put it that way. My unit now is kitted in the Makina turquoise color. Surprisingly enough, I've seen quite a lot of white T-Crosses, beige, gray, etc. But I haven't seen this this color, and I thought that maybe it's a paid option, but it's not actually a paid option. It's a free option. So I'm quite surprised that people are not taking that option. And people are actually liking this color, because I've had so many people stop me asking me what color this is, did I have it painted on myself, etc. Now going forward, I'm in obviously the manual. It's been fantastic. Obviously I think this 5-speed works perfectly. I haven't had any issues. It's a great slick shifting gear lever. The transmission works perfectly. There's power on tap. I think the one thing that I love mostly when it comes to manual vehicles, as much as they're being obviously phased out, you know, by manufacturers, the fact that when you need to overtake, you are able to control the gears yourself. And that's one of the things that I love, that I've been loving about the T-Cross. Other things that I love, when we go back to obviously exterior, I'm sitting on 17-inch Manila alloys. These are only available when it comes to the when you choose the optional R-Line exterior kit. They don't bring in that much road noise. They soak the road in comfortably. I've done, you know, gravel, I've done road. They've been perfect. And yeah, it's been a fantastic time. Obviously the Polo is essentially based on the Polo platform. We all know that. People have been calling it obviously a Polo in heels, etc. But that works for me. I think it's a trusted platform that we all know, that we all love. Everybody loves the Polo. It's frugal, it moves, it's got space, and obviously in here there's quite a lot of space in here. I've been traveling most of the festive break with my son. The only thing that I've had to do is to take off the boot lip cover, and that's essentially because most of my luggage has been quite tall, etc. But that is not a big deal. What I like also is the fact that the boot itself can decrease. You know, you've got different layers, etc., to where you can go. Since I don't have the Beats package in this car, there isn't a subwoofer, so there's just a spare wheel in the back, making it quite spacious in the boot. All right, now the Polo, like I said, is a 1 liter. This is a 1 liter. Power is 75 kilowatts and 175 Newton meters of torque. Those are not great figures, but there's reason to that madness. There is a 1.5 with 110 kilowatts. Obviously, if you do want the power, it's also available in manual or the much loved Volkswagen DSG gearbox. I think in here it's been more of trying to be very economical, trying to save quite a lot of money, and that has been working quite a lot. I think there is over the 4,000 kilometers I've done now, over my festive break, I've been averaging at most, it was 5.9 liters, and the best I did was 5.4 liters. Now mind you that Volkswagen claim a 5.5 liters per 100, and you have to understand that is very economical. Especially with the current fuel prices right now, that is very economical. And yeah, I give kudos to Volkswagen. I think it's a great product. There is nothing to fault when it comes to this. Like I said, I think the only thing that I found fault in was just how cheap the plastics are. I felt like it could be quite solid, but I mean, obviously at the price point that we are getting this car at, it's nothing to complain about. Yeah. Okay, when it comes to the interior has been obviously well spec'd. I've got this Media Discover Pro package that's in here. I think the only thing that's missing obviously is the digital driver's display, but I don't really have a fuss with that. The traditional dials work. Clear to see, read out information clearly. And other features in my current test unit, you know, you get the inductive wireless charging pad, you know, which really works. I think it's quite slow obviously, but I mean it does get the job done. There are also 4 USB-C ports in this car. I might advise that you get, you get an adapter to try and sort out that if you're used to obviously normal USBs. Other than that, it's really nothing fast. I think most of the phone manufacturers right now make USB-C cables anyway. All right, now when it comes to the seats are comfortable. The cabin is big enough. I mean, you can comfortably sit 4 people in the car. You can push it to 5, depending obviously on the size, and I won't mention any other factors, but the size of the people that are in the car. But I mean, having traveled over 4,000 kilometers this festive, it was predominantly my family and I. My son was in the car, he was comfortable, and you know, when my son is happy, I'm happy ultimately. So it's been a great cabin all around. I can't fault anything in terms of the cabin. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to comment, to like and subscribe and share to the rest of the world.